it looks like we're finally going to be getting into this game. Best of one between LGD and Immortal Magneto Gaming. I am EGAD. I'll be casting for you today here on Beyond the Summit. It's going to be a great set of matches. Unfortunately, I don't have the intro video where it's like, help us by buying a ticket or something like that. But you know, we're just gonna finagle the intro here as we're waiting on the loading screen. This is gonna be 4 games today. We have a bunch of Chinese Dota coming to. This is gonna be the last day of the Chinese side of Starladder. This is Starladder season 11, so we're covering the last bits of the Chinese side. And also, what's going on the other side is going to be the C side of it. But it looks like we're into picks and bans here. If you don't know who Immortal Gaming are, that's okay, because they haven't been around for quite a while. They're currently 2-1 this month. They have a win over Lie Gaming and Speed, with a loss to Invictus. So they have quite an interesting lineup coming to you two as well. They have Ihoe, I believe. If I'm butchering that pronunciation, I'm so sorry. Ism or Wisem, 11, James, and Marcy. And what's interesting is 11, he's played Tidehunter 3 games in a row and hasn't lost with it just yet. So that might be something that we might see banned away from him from the side of LGD. You guys already know who LGD is, as you know, Yao, Faith, In July, Siler, and MMY, the huge team coming from their 5th/6th place invitational from this summer. So we're going to see how they fare up here against Immortal Gaming. Already coming out from the bans are that Death Prophet and the Bad Rider, so no big surprises there. The Void gets banned out as well, so take that away from their carry role from the Immortal Gaming side. The Immortal Magneto. It's interesting to see their icon too, because they're actually using the helmet from Magneto, which is pretty sick. I do love myself some good mutants from the X-Men. They also take away Skywrath Mage, which is something we see someone from Team Tinker, Boba, play quite a bit. And, you know, just maxing Seal, getting that Arcane Bolt out. A lot of great harass from him, so just take him right on out of there. And Immortal Magneto Gaming will be the first to pick up the Ogre Magi, whatever you want to call him. And we'll see some skill multicast coming on out. If he can get into a position to get an earlier Aghanim Scepter, that unrefined Fire Blast could be something that could be quite a big problem. But LGD, they pick up the Brewmaster swiftly with the Ember Spirit, so that's already 2 big late game threats to worry about. Mid game, the Brewmaster, when he gets that Blink Dagger, he'll be coming in, making a big slam with that Thunderclap and the Brute Split. Ember Spirit, though, in the meantime, he'll be looking for the Battle Furies or Daedalus, depending on what he wants to do. But gives him some good wave clear, gives him some great initiation with the Brewmaster, and gotta say, I already like these pickups coming on in. And okay, there is a Tidehunter. That was something that I thought would get banned away, seeing as to how Immortal Magneto Gaming are already 3-0 with that, and that's going to be going straight to 11, who I believe is dark green. I'm gonna say he's dark green. I don't know which color he is. Unfortunately, I can't read Chinese, but yeah, this is a pick for him. Easy in the off lane. You sit back, you get your boots, you get your Arcane Boots, and then just farm up with the Anchor Smash. If you can get an early blink, if you can get an early rotation into your lane when you're level 6 and you have that Ravage in or even TP rotate out, he is absolutely a menace to deal with, and it makes it even more impossible to kill him with Kraken Shell. So, depending on what lane he goes into, or if they want to like go aggressive try to stop and shut down the Ember Spirit, we'll see. Shakira gets banned away, as he's proven to be quite the tough pusher to deal with, and a great support to synergize with Ember Spirit and Brewmaster. You throw out the Ice Path, you get an earlier Yules, and it pretty much just sets up for an instant kill on anybody you do Yules. Especially late game too. Late game, it's just so tough to deal with. So looking for the next ban here from LGD. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another support get banned away, or even a carry. I want to say that they would take away another support from Immortal Magneto, because Ogre Magi just synergizes so well with a lot of melee support, melee carries, such as Animage. If you do end up picking that, we're going to see a really late game Okay, and there's the Doom banned away too. That is another thing that Immortal Magneto have played quite a bit. And it does shut down the Brew and the Ember Spirit very, very hard. So a great counter ban from LGD to stop a lot of what Immortal were looking to do.
10 seconds remaining.
And there's the AA. That's actually the only loss they've had this month was from the AA pick from Immortal Magneto. So I'm just going to call them IMG actually. That seems a little bit easier instead of saying their whole name the entire time. And also they ban out Yahweh's Bristleback. That's another one that they've had great success here from IMG's side. So what are they going to pair this Ember Spirit with? If they want to go IO, they bring the Ember mid, put the Brewmaster in the off lane to deal with the try. IO Ember Spirit, not too bad of a mid, but they pick up the Disruptor instead. So that could hinder Tidehunter quite a bit if he TP's in. He's going to have to try to blink into the fight and just get glimpsed straight on back. We've seen Disruptor be a huge, huge menace to a lot of carries and supports and off lanes. Whatever you put him up against, just Glimpse is always that relevant threat. And it works really well in a tri lane as well, because you put them straight back into the field, and they just can't escape. It's also a great chase mechanic. The range is huge. Running away from a Disruptor is nearly impossible when that Glimpse is available. So hitting that reserve time for IMG as they think about what they want to go up against this. Still haven't picked their carry just yet. What are they going to put in that 1 and 2 position? What's their mid going to be? I bet you they're trying to figure out what LGD are looking to throw mid so they can try to counter it out. If they want to go for a Razor and be boring, why not just do it? Just guarantee you're safe mid lane with that. I was looking over some of their stats before. Yahweh, he's switched between playing offlane Bristle and support Shadow Shaman. So if they put Shadow Shaman with Ogre, that's a huge amount of CC that makes their aggressive tri lane so strong. But no, they go straight for Silencer. So that's another big one that can stop the Brew in the split, especially with the nerfs that came into his split cast time. The animation became so long, it became really easy to take down. That's why you see the Skywrath Mage banned out. Just instant seal, you can't split, you can't go anywhere, and you're having a tough time. So Silencer will be a good response to that. It could start some really, really good engages for them with that global silence.
10 seconds remaining.
Shuts down Disruptor, shuts down Ember, he can't go away to his Remnant, so
5 seconds.
I gotta say that's a pretty good pick, but early on, if that Silencer, if he's not finding any kind of safe XP, then he's not going to be able to get that level 6. The Global Silence won't be on for a little while, and they gotta be careful with that pick. He's very susceptible to being ganked out, but Silencer does have one of the higher armor in the game. And pairing that with an Ogre Magi is pretty good too. They make for a good tanky, at times, combo for the supports. So we need the either mid or off lane. I feel like we need their off lane. They need something a little bit more tanky to go with that Brewmaster as well. They pick up the Crystal Maiden, which is something that I love to see. We could see it go into the jungle, just be farming it out with the Frostbite. There we go. Farm it up with the Frostbite. It lasts 10 seconds on those jungle creeps. And the aura that she gives as well is great. It'll help Brewmaster. He can spam out Clap a little bit more, be a little bit more lenient with his mana. Helps Ember Spirit as well to get the chains and the flame guards up.
5 seconds.
And even Disruptor. He'll have enough mana just about all the time for that glimpse into the field. So they're going for a little bit of the brown, red, blue. Kind of not going blue across the board like EG would look to do. And she rounds up their lineup pretty well. She gives them a solid CC. She's got nuke damage from that ultimate as well as a little bit of a slow. So some chase potential is there if they don't have 4 staffs or blinks to get away in time. But then again, she suffers from being just as squishy as any other support, as well as having really low base movement speed. So catching up to her isn't really a problem. But the good thing is you can just jungle, so it shouldn't be too bad for her if they don't block away any of the camps. Also, the silencer is not too bad of a response to her. You can stop her freezing field with that global silence as well if she is channeling it at the time. And they pick up, alright, the Morphling to go for IMG. I've got to say that's pretty safe for their tri-lane with the silencer and the ogre. He's going to be able to farm up a storm. If he's going up against the Brewmaster as well, they just throw that last word on him and he'll just get disarmed if he doesn't cast a clap, and they can keep his mana pool down for quite a while. Drunken Brawl, though, is pretty good with dealing with a lot of the harass that he would be looking to receive. Viper gets banned away, so taking away that annoying pesky mid. That seems to not get banned away all too often, and people just kind of default to that. And I'm really interested to see what IMG is going to go for their mid lane. If it's not mid brew, it's off, and then they can still look for a mid lane. Elder Titan gets banned out, another really big pickup that a lot of teams have been playing. That passive is just so strong, taking away all that armor, making people a lot of very, very susceptible to getting taken down, despite being really tanky. You also get Yules and Boots Tranquility, and he pretty much runs at max movement speed, and the Spirit does the same. So a nice little ban away will stop that Morphling from getting completely countered out, as it is one of the major counters to him. So LGD to round up their lineup, what are they going to look for? Off lane or mid lane? That's the real question. The Brew can go either. Their next pick can go either as well. Hell, even Ember Spirit could do it too. And Lycan. Oh, that's going to be a Sylar Lycan, isn't it? Yeah, yes it is. Sylar on Lycan here. So we're going to see the off-lane Brew, mid-Lycan, safe lane Ember Spirit. And their lineup late game is terrifying. As well as their early push potential with that Howl is very, very strong. And they're going to counter it out with an Axe. So we're going to see the Tylander... actually, I'm not sure we're going to see where just yet. But we'll take a good look at it once we're inside the game here. But this is going to be game 1 here on Beyond the Summit. This is the Star Series Season 11. I'm EGAD. I'm going to be casting for you guys tonight. Got 4 games in a row coming to you. This being the first. And we're going to hop into this game soon, hopefully. Once everybody loads in and picks their hero. Yeah, I was going to be playing the Ember Spirit in July on the Brew, and then Sylar, like I said, on the Lycan. Marsk is going to be playing the Axe. Wisum is going to be playing the Morphling. And then the Silencer is going to be... I can't read his name, unfortunately. I'm going to assume that that is not 11, so it's Yihawei. And the team fight coming in for IMG's side is absolutely ridiculous. You have Global Silence, you're going to have Ravage, and then Taunt on top of it. If you get any of those Culling Blades, you're going to be in for a tough time. Let me switch the scenes here. Boop. There we go. All right, so. Quick pause, but we can see everybody on their respective heroes, and I'm actually going to raise the in-game volume just a little bit. Just a wee bit. I don't want it to be too low. So we're good to go in here, and we're gonna have a hell of a match for you guys. Sylar's playing his Lycan. Yao's gonna be on that Ember Spirit. In July is gonna be on the off-lane Brew, and then we're gonna have Faith on Crystal Maiden, which is something I love to see. I actually really love Crystal Maiden. She's great CC. She is very susceptible to being burst down, unfortunately, but CC, slows, she's got it all. The aura is amazing. MMY is going to be playing Disruptor, so we have Glimpse, lots of catch potential. The field is going to be annoying as well to get out of unless you have BKB. And then, respectively, on the other side of the map, we're going to have IMG, the Silencer for Yihawei. Marsk is going to be playing the Axe. And up in mid is going to be Wisum. And James is going to be playing that Ogre Magi, as he does have a smoke early, so we could see some potential ganks to come on out from that. And then in the offlane will be James on that Tidehunter. Currently 3-0 with it. They pulled him some Tango. He's got 8 Tangos on top of that. And even a ward too. So going to try to ward up that rune.
30 seconds to battle.
And he does get spotted out though. In July, we'll see him just a bit. They're trying to... what are they going to look to do here? They want to go for the invade potentially to block some camps. They do have a sentry and then a ward for Yihawei. So they're going to take their time. They're not going to go crazy. There's no wards up here just yet from LGD. And MMY, he's got to be a little careful. He might run into some trouble. The rune will come up, and what's it going to be? Will it be a bounty? We don't know just yet. In July. Doing a little bit of damage to James. I'm going to have a tough time remembering that that is James on Tidehunter. So we're into this game already. Nothing crazy going down. And what's this courier bringing here? Oh, I brought an extra salve for Yao. So he must have forgot to buy it in base, but there you go. So he'll be farming on that Slave Lane Ember Spirit. But they did do a reverse try here. Marsk has a haste rune too. And who are they going to have farming here? Is this a safe lane axe, actually? Huh. Interesting. So they want to get him a blink dagger as soon as possible. Let's see. Yeah, they're letting the axe farm. So Marsk is going to be their carry here. So once that blink is online, that's going to be very, very, very scary. Starladder's versing Wysim here in the mid lane. He's going to have to worry about getting harassed down just a bit. He does have some tangos pulled to himself, as well as tangos he bought for himself. Wysim picks up an early sentry ward. He's got the Wraith Band too, so looking for that early Ring of Aquila. Meanwhile, Faith, he's stacking. He's doing the Frostbite pulls as well. So he's got himself a little bit of XP. He'll farm as much as possible. He's at 10 seconds to his advantage. Up top, in July and James, they're going to be just trading it back and forth. Drunken Brawler is up, so he's got that dodge chance. They have to be a little careful here. Anger Smash is reducing the damage. He's got some block as well coming in from that Stout Shield. And faking it out. He's not going to go for anything just yet, but they trade pretty evenly so far. But Tidehunter will come out on top in that exchange. In the bot side, though, it's just that curse, man. Curse of the Silent is so strong. If they can set up a stun with a bunch of creeps around, Marsk can get that taunt and pray to the RNG gods that he gets enough spins to actually pick up the kill there. But he's got to watch his own HP pool as well. So, with the rotation out, James finds himself a bounty rune. And it looks like the wolves are going to deny or just hold on to this. Oh, no, okay. Decides not to deny it. And I decides to deny it with the wolves. And soon that bottle's going to be up. Yeah, it's already up for Wysim. He's going to be looking to get that in the mid lane as soon as possible. And I feel like this is going to be one of those very long Chinese games. Or it'll just explode into the mid game once both of the blink daggers are online for Tidehunter and for Axe. Yao's already out of tangos, though. He's got the salve, and he does have the Crystal Maiden Ore, which is helping out quite a bit with this Sleight of Fist spam, but he did start Sleight of Fist, which is something very interesting to keep him away from stuff. They do end up getting that field to keep Yihao in that dangerous position. And look at that. Just Marsk on the axe. He just goes forward, keeps the aggro on himself for those creeps, and making sure that he can get as many spins as possible and keep the aggression up. So already you're seeing that the last hits are going in the favor of IMG. And potentially, he's going to go for the Ignite. They're going to get the auto. No? Okay. They actually do end up feeling up the silencer. They have to be very careful here. They Ignite Yao, and they do get the Frostbite, and that's going to be first blood. Faith coming in from downtown with the boots pickup from his jungle, and that is going to be very aggressive from IMG. They try to get some harass down and potentially a dive on a Yao, but they just get stuck up, and that's the problem that they face with MMY here. Man, that kinetic field, just very, very hard to deal with. So already a good start from LGD. And that Sentry Ward's going to be used to counter out the wolves, as the stealth is pretty annoying. He's going to look to go for this rune up top. Will the wolves get the deny? Oh, they're going to get it! Yeah, deny him a DD. Oh, and now he's left with an empty bottle. That is very sad, and Faith will go on the opposite side and pick up a bounty. So, tough times all around for that mid lane. Salar's having no trouble here dealing with this Morphling. He's keeping up, just down by 3. Just keep resummoning the wolves and keep the pressure on. Up top, it's probably going to be a little silent for a while. Oh, wait a minute. He's got Thunderclap. He pops the stick. He needs some crits from the Drunken Brawler. Can he get them? There's the Kraken Shell coming in. Gets 1 crit. And no, you can't chase down the Tide. So, he even got the Howl to help out, too, with that extra bit of physical damage, but he'll stay alive for now. He did get a courier to deliver a bottle to himself. So he'll just bottle crow. He does get Thunderclapped again. They're trading back the autos. He ended up critting the range creep instead. And it looks like he's just not doing any damage. Anchor Smash is coming in. Auto attacks the trade back and forth. Can he get the kill is the question? Nope. Both of them have boots and both of them are very hard to deal with. But Faith, what is this? The sneaky CM. Can he get the auto attack for the kill? Crack a shell again. He's blocking the damage. He blocked it again. Oh, man. James, you are one lucky fish. Or watermelon, whatever you want to call him. But that was very, very close. They're looking for the dive right now. Uh-oh. He's got a blast. There it goes. Faith picks up the kill. Second one of the game. Is this going to be a carry Crystal Maiden? We do not have any clue. But Faith, man, his rotations, the way he's been playing, very sneaky on this Crystal Maiden right now. So it's working well. He got early Tranquility boots too. And just roaming like a pro. So that was, I can't help but laugh because it's actually really funny to see a CM doing work like that. And I gotta say, love CM picks, man. 6-minute rune, there's gonna be a little bit of a battle for it. They will end up picking him an invisibility for MMY. And there's a bounty up top. No wolves to deny at this time, so YSim, oh wait, no, the wolves are coming again! Oh, that's the third, oh, no, he didn't get it. Okay, never mind. But YSim will be able to pop it. That would have been really, really annoying for YSim had that rune been denied again. There was a ping coming down, and MMY and Viz here. He's going to drop the kinetic field. It looks like Yao does have level 2 Searing Chains too. Frostbite on top of it. He's going to pop the Flame Guard, go on top, plop the chains, but the spin and the taunt. Holy crap, that damage coming in is just going to blow up Yao. They're chasing down at the Marsk right now. Faith needs one more auto attack. Yes, he does get it. Disruptor will pick it up with the Thunderbolt there. In the meantime, though, it looks like Yihao was able to take down MMY. So they traded down for a 2 for 1, and that's actually very good for IMG. Some extra intel as well, 4 intel already on this silencer. Up top, it looks like they did force out the Bruce split here, as James is going to be running away on this Tide. He'll reduce their damage just a bit with the Anchor Smash. Gets stunned up by the boulder. Kraken Shell prop, though, and James is going to block him as much as he can. They drop the Tornado, dispel it, and come down with the boulder toss. And it looks like he will finally go down here to the Pandas, and then In July finally comes back in. Ignite is available, but unfortunately, Ogre doesn't have enough physical damage to take him down. So In July in a 1 versus 2 comes out on top, and he even had 14 Magic Wand charges too. So if he wanted to continue to fight, by all means it would have been in his favor. And they're chasing down Marsk here. They know he's here. There's a big stack there, and there's actually the Morph coming in from the Lycan. Siler's coming on through, and he taunts up. He's trying to spin, use it to his advantage, but he cleared out the camp. By all means, that was great. He got some farm, but it just wasn't enough to keep him alive, and MMY will pick himself up a kill. So already, LGD asserting their dominance on this map. Crystal Maiden roaming around like crazy. She picks up an urn, and unfortunately, she didn't have it for that fight, or she would have picked up a nice little 2 stacks. In July now with this empty bottle looking to pick up the rune, and it's going to be a regen. He doesn't pop it just yet. He's got those stick charges. YSim is going to look to go for it right now. Chasing him down. The stick charges were forced out. But he's got the regen. He can go straight back to lane if he wants to. And what's she going for? She's got a smoke, so maybe a little rotation at the mid if she can. Or she could set up Siler straight for an early Roshan. He does have the Vlads up too. So this could be a very, very easy Roshan for him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So James, he hasn't found too much success right now on this offlane Tide. We did say earlier on in the picks and bans that he was 3-0 currently this month with that. So the Blink Dagger not going to be the best timing for him right now. He's farming up some camps, doing what he can. And Siler, he's taking that dominating position in the last hits. Right now it's 65-5. Morphos on cooldown for another 30 seconds too. In July's kind of giving up on the top side. He'll just keep holding on to mid. And this is going to be a very early push. They want to go straight in towards this tier 1, but there is that ward here that is spotting them out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So they'll push on through. They have level 1 of the Howl, so that's a little bit of extra damage for them when they go for this right now. Tide is level 6, so if he wants to TP on into this fight, it could work out for them pretty well. They do get a last word. They're going to silence him up just a bit, and they can't stop this right now. It's only an Ogre and a Silencer, and they're going to morph Siler. He's going to chase straight on down here. onto the Ogre and maybe even onto the Silencer right now. There's the crits. Look at those damage coming through. So much. James is getting dove, though. They do get that last hit. He's looking for another. He's got the Howl. He does pick up a double kill. Just going crazy right now. He's going to go straight into the base and TP on out. There's no way to stop him. He goes straight to top to continue the farm. And, man, they don't even get the tier 1, but they do pick up a nice double for Siler. That helps him out a tremendous amount. And this tier 1 will be denied, unfortunately, from the side of LGD. So IMG finds something at least. Only giving 100 global gold to the side of LGD. Up top, Siler without his morph. This is going to be pretty scary for him. Oh, never mind. Just walks away. He's got no problem running away from a Tidehunter. There's pings down bot. There's a haste actually on in July as they chase down. There's the Remnant. Gets the Sleight of Fist into the Searing Chains. Easy combo. They dodge away from the taunt too. He'll pop split. Marsk, he should be dead here. Boulder Toss comes on through. The auto attack damage so much. The burning on top of it. And will they actually be able to get this? Boulder Toss number 2 coming on in, and they can't. They actually decide to back off. He's going to switch his attention toward the Silencer, but he comes out of the Bruce Split. But he's still got that haste active. Holy crap, that lasts forever. And, alright, Marsk thought he was dead. Ends up surviving. Can heal with some Tranquil Boots and probably farm some camps. I would have liked to see IMG actually stack just a little bit more in their side of the jungle. Have Silencer, Ogre, either one of them could have stacked a few camps for him. Would have helped out the Tidehunter too, who's 1,500 away, or 1,200, excuse me, away from his Blink Dagger. And that's when we'll see him really come online and really catch people off guard. But in July, he's very close to his 250, or 350, excuse me, away from his own Blink Dagger. Let's see, any other big items going to be coming out soon? MMY, he's still working towards. He's actually got 1,500 in the bank. So, not sure what he's going to look for just yet. Yao, he's got phase boots. Anything on the courier for him right now? There's only a set of wards. There is a nice ancient stack up here, so that is what could definitely help out Marsk, as he has been having a very tough time in his tri lane. They did keep Yao down quite a bit though. He's doubling actually his CS. So the creep score looking pretty good. He's defaulted to going back to the jungle. He doesn't want to risk dying in lane anymore. There is a nice, that should be a 3 stack, yeah. There's a nice 3 stack for him to pick up too. That's a huge amount of XP. And he has his Blink Dagger now too. They smoke up, and this could be a very big turning point, but there's a counter smoke to come in from LGD. And they may end up meeting up here on the top side. They're going to look for in July. There's pings coming through. They're going to try to bait him. And Ravage is currently up. Split, though, needs 10 more seconds. He picks up his Blink Dagger, but the Blink comes in from Mars. The Wolves are invisible on top of him. That's a great Static Storm with a Kinetic Field on top of it. In July still can't split just yet. He's silenced up. They get the Ravage on the 3. They're going in. That's 1 chop, 2 chops. Looking for more Yao, but they do get the Frostbite. Faith comes on in, but no, they're not dealing with Siler. That's going to be a 3rd chop, though. It's going to be a 3 for 3, it looks like, as they chase down on the James. Siler's doing what he can in that wolf form. But no, wait. Wisem came in from the side. They trade. Oh my god. Everything's going out all over the place. Siler's slowed from that gush, and it looks like this might be just a full 5-man wipe to come out from IMG. The fight just going perfectly in their favor. Well, almost perfectly, as that's a 5 for 3. They do lose the silence of the Axe and the Ogre, but a huge Chronosphere and a great rotation from Wisem to come on in. He gets 1,000 gold out of that fight. Let's show the recap. Oh, the fight lasted just a little too long. I'm so sorry. But they go 5 for 3, and that is huge for IMG. Excuse me if I'm not yelling at these moments, but, you know, roommates are kind of sleeping, unfortunately. I would love to be a little bit more excited, but I just gotta be considerate of them. So, not gonna raise the voice just too loud. But either way, that was a beautiful Ravage to come on in. He actually is going straight for a mechanism. So we'll see that come out first. And with Ravage down, it looks like LGD are going to try to go for a bit of a push here on the mid lane. They're keeping the pressure up. In July, he's got Blink, he's got Split. He did not get to use it that last fight as he was globaled by the Silencer. Up top, Siler's just doing the split pushing thing. He's going for a Necronomicon, so this is going to be the split pushing Lycan to come on out. Get level 3 Necro, just keep on going in the lane where nobody is, and get some free towers. So, whacking away at this one, but everybody is rotating on in. They smoked up as well, and Marsk with this Blink Dagger made a huge impact that fight. Got 3 chops. It looks like they're running into each other here in this lane. They do get a Static Storm and Kinetic Field on top of it. They go on to IMG's Yihao. He will end up falling here. They wait for him through. They can kill him. Yes, they can. MMY does get it. It's a 1-for-1, a 1-for-2, excuse me, so far. The split comes on out. The taunts do it. Look, the spin's coming on in from Marsk. He's doing so much damage. He can't get the chop. He does. That was max range. Just ends up destroying the Lycan. Sylar goes down. It looks like they're going to go for Yao next as well, but he does have a remnant to get away. In July, though, maybe the sacrifice here. They get the blink taunt, but they can't get it. As they do end up pulsing him a little bit. They glimpse back Wysim. In July is going to go into this jungle, but the change to the urn, man, stops Blink Daggers. Marsk, he's looking for a blink, ends up guessing wrong. The Lycan, actually the Morphling, the replicate, ends up hunting down In July and takes him out. So that's a 4-for-2, I believe, and 3-for-2, excuse me, in the favor of IMG, and they're fighting these team fights. 3,700 XP, 1,200 gold, and their team fight, man, it's scary. Global Silence came on through. Kinetic Field from MMY wasn't fast enough, or Static Storm, excuse me, wasn't fast enough, and they're clawing the way back into this right now. So let's see the gold graph real quick. So currently LGD's lead was at 3K, dipped down to 1,000, and IMG are coming back in that aspect. XP has teetered into the IMG favor, so they're doing pretty well. And with the early mech pickup too, it makes their grouping and pushing just that more deadly. They do have level 2 Ravage online, another smoke to come on in. Marsk is going to be hunting down in this jungle, looking for somebody. Can they find Yao? They might actually end up doing it. James is in front. Their smoke pops. Blink into the pit. No, no. Oh, he taunted before he blinked. So a little bit of misplay coming in from Marsk there. There was an instantaneous TP from Faith as he wanted to help out. Drops a sentry too. They did find MMY for a little bit of harass from an Ignite, but they're still not giving up on this. They want to go for MMY right now. Can they get this catch is the question. They get slowed up just a bit. And, uh-oh, Faith, his life might be forfeit. There's the blink. The culling. Oh, my God. Just going to absolutely destroy him. And 6-3 currently. He is doing some serious work with these calls. And the safe lane axe, man. Marsk, he's putting it to work. I didn't think it was going to be all that effective going up against, you know, Ember Spirit and a Disruptor, but it is. It looks like in mid, though, Sylar, he's going to get taunted. Marsk comes on in. He's going to end up getting 3 of them, but the Ravage from the side hits 4, and they're stuck in the Static Storm, though. They do end up blowing up the Brewmaster. Sylar is transforming. He does get stunned up by the Ignite. They're trying to do what they can to catch him. They do get the last word. The Gush on top of it. Does he pop? No, he gets away just barely with 40 health. But they do end up taking down the Brew. That's a big kill on In July. Ravage was used, though. Hitting 4 members, that was crucial to keep them alive as they were all in the Static Storm. And on the side, Marsk, he's looking for it. He's earned himself up a bit. He's going to get a 2-man taunt on top of this right now. Going to do what they can to blow up Yao. Can they get it? Yes, they use the global on top of it. Cole is not going to be the killing blow, though, but it will pick up the Crystal Maiden. Oh, my God. Marsk, you monster. And then they use the global silence from Yihao. So they're going to get a tier 1 out of this. Maybe push for a tier 2 with Yao still dead, or go for the Roshan if they really wanted to. These wolves are being pesky, following Wysim just a bit. Maybe going to deny another rune. Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, no, he bottled it. Okay. Not fast enough on that attack. But he's got a regeneration in his pocket. And it looks like, actually, James, can he finish off those arcanes? No, he's not going to. But he's going to get that tricky ward up here. You don't really ever suspect early on in the game for someone to actually ward up here. And sometimes people aren't too accustomed to actually having this as a warning spot. So check out the net worth here. I forgot what the button was. There it is, it's Y. So currently on top will be the Morphling. So Wysim having a good time here. Even Yihao, he's almost got a 4 staff. Marsk is looking to build up towards a BKB. And Sylar, he's going to end up running into James. They will glimpse him back into a field and a storm. He's trying to get out of here. He's going to be stuck with the creeps. Maybe going to get denied just a bit. They frostbite him up, and Brewmaster with the clap will take him down. Now they're going to go straight on to Yihao, and the silencer is all as good as dead. Chase him down. Storm Brewling coming on through, and In July will pick up that kill. So a 2 for none. Very good for LG. Definitely a needed pickup. Most of the gold going over to In July too, so helping him out just that little bit more. I don't think we're going to see a battle brew out of him. He's going to look to most likely pick up a BKB as soon as possible. The Vlads has already picked up on Sylar, and if he can get an AC, which even Sylar could pick up. So I'm actually not sure what In July is going to look for. I would think Ags, but who knows. And but only a 4K pleb. So he went for Triangles instead. No Arcane Boots for James, unfortunately. And In July, we'll find a nice little invis room. This could be good for setting up another gang. And I absolutely love this spot. It spots so much out in the lane too, for if you want to push up aggressively. This ward and this ward, these spots are just so good. And it even spots out the courier too going on in. They can see the recipe for the Necronomicon coming on out, so Necro 3 is going to be online for Sylar. And their pushes are going to get just that much more scary. Once that melee Necro unit dies, that's 600, I believe, burst damage to come out from it. So you got to watch out for that at all times. Ysim does have a Yasha, looking for the Manta style. Blink Dagger is actually available soon for James. So their initiation for these next few fights are going to be very scary, and there you go. As well as a good timing for the BKB too on the Axe. And a smoke, man. They've been using these smokes so effectively. I actually just want to follow them and see where they go. Let's actually follow James. Oh, wait, no, Marsk is leading the charge. What are they going to look for? What are they going to find? There's that invis rune on In July, so he could end up popping the smoke, but no, they just walk by each other. And they actually ping out Roshan. No? Not going to go for it? Alright. Get that Bloodlust up. The wolves are skittering around as well. That's going to pop, and he's going to run into Faith. Looking for that taunt. Does get it. They go straight onto him. They do get the BKB forced out. There's a Ravage coming in as well. Hits 3. Sylar and MMY are stunned up. Can they get the Culling Blade onto MMY and chop? No. Alright, they don't use it just yet. Marsk, he's trying to do what he can. Taunts up Yao and chop. There you go. Picks up the kill. Takes down the Ember Spirit, but he buys back and goes into a Remnant. Ysim in the meantime, he's doing so much work in this backline, just whittling away at everybody, trying to get the kill on the Faith. They can't do it right now. The Broodlings as well are in the back, just dealing with everybody. Ysm's able to waveform away. Sylar's wolf form did end up going off, so they can't chase onto him. It's still a 1-for-1, and buyback forced out from both sides. So that was a relatively even fight despite all that was going down. They do end up using a glimpse here. They're going to go onto Yihao, chain him up, slide him up, and they do pop the mech, and In July will take him down on that killing spree. So maybe not done just yet. He's got the blink up. They do get the urn, but it takes not in time, and they're just going to chop down the Brewmaster. In July goes out of it. Now, the chase is on. Sylar without wolf form, though, can't really do anything. It's up in 2 seconds. They do stun him back. They're going to get the ignite to slow him down just a bit. If he wants to transform, he can do so. Yeah, there it goes. He's going to look to chase it down. They drop a Remnant, but Blink Dagger was up, and he's going to TP out in the tree line. So the taunt comes in from Marsk. He's going to be able to chop 1, chop 2. Looking for more. Can he chase him down with that extra movement speed? They can't get the stun from the Ignite. There you go. They're going to find Faith. A multicast on top of it, and chop. Number 3. No, not enough mana. So that's going to be the... Oh my god. The 5-for-1. Only losing Marsk, who ended up buying back, TPing back to mid and joining that fight. And I cannot see the fight recap, unfortunately. There you go. That was 3 buybacks. Excuse me. Hold on. So that was essentially a 7-for-2, or 7-for-3 with the buyback from Marsk. Holy crap. 8,000 XP. My god, IMG. And now they're going to go straight for the Roshan, look to get the Aegis. Man, this game erupted in their favor. And being the heavy underdogs too, not many people know too much about this team. James is tied under 3-0. They're using Yihao pretty well in the silence of the global being very effective. He's only level 1 global, unfortunately. But, oh, the regeneration gets denied. So, they actually decide to back off. They have a haste on Ysim. If they want to go back into this, it'd be pretty risky. So they hold off. Tidehunter does have Ravage, though. These wolves are kind of holding off their blinks, though. Sentry Ward drop. There you go. Finally, going to be able to stop these annoying wolves. Saw them go into the pit, and now they can finally get it. There you go. Even Roshan helping just a bit. Alright, so we see the blink coming in from In July. He gets taunted up. Silence on top of it. He's just going to get chopped down. Boom. Oh, but they don't get the calling for the extra movement speed as they chase in onto Faith. There's the morph coming in. They do use the static storm connect field and the ultimate from the Crystal Maiden. Wisem is strength morphing in the middle of this fight, though. Yao and Siler just going to work on this innocent little silencer. And they try to chase down to the Siler, but they can't do it just too fast. It's still a 2 for 3 in the favor of IMG. Looking for the kill on Yao, but he gets a Searing Chain in the Sleight of Fifth's gonna stop their blinks, and he just remnants away, so it looks like with that they can finally guarantee themselves this Roshan, with James taking it, and even with the help of the replicate. So Siler will tank it up just a bit, and fight recap. No, where'd you go, fight recap? Unfortunately, I can't see it. There's the Manta finish, there's the Aegis picked up, and they gave it to Wisem, so IMG are setting themselves up for a very, very good late game here. Marsk is huge. Got himself an urn, and he's looking to bring himself up to that Ags. Once he has that Ags, man, the kill threshold goes up significantly to 625. It's going to be almost impossible for Faith to live. Almost impossible for MMY to live as well. 800 health, 1 spin in a call. Faith, about 2 spins in a call, and he'll go down. Oh man, this is looking really rough for LGD right now. Honestly, you would never expect this from the side of IMG. Coming in heavy underdogs, and you could tell that they didn't really do their research from LGD, man. Didn't scope out that the fact that James was 3-0 on Tidehunter. He did have a tough time against In July's Brew, but that's, you know, just the offlaners matched up against each other, and you know, Thunderclap does a lot of burst, but Kraken Shell is just too strong. And finally, level 2 is online for Yihao. He's going for that 4 staff. He's been building up for quite a while, but dropping all the wards they can. And they even have one little deep ward here in the LGD jungle. They're letting James farm up too. So if they can get a Aghanim Scepter on this Ogre, cash it on out, man. The Ags was finished up too for Marsk. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Alright, so the cooldown's lowered. Even if he misses an executing hit, it's still going to be very very low. You get the extra threshold damage for the kill, 625. And Faith is still trying to farm up the jungle. He's trying to get his own Blink Dagger, possibly. He's got 1900 in the bank. And smokes for them. How many do they got left? They have 1 smoke in stock from the LGD side, and this smoke actually used from IMG. Oh, they spotted out Faith. Oh, they're going to demonstrate the new Ag's power to them. Are they going to go for it? No? Oh, they're going to wrap around. If they find Siler, this is a big kill. But wait, 2-man taunt comes on in. They're going to go out to In July. They stun him up. They silence him up. Everything. Cull comes on in. Number 1. Looking for number 2. Bam! Just takes down Faith. And in the side, we did have James scaring away Yao to that remnant in the bot lane. So this Axe, man, he snowballed ridiculously out of control. LGD, they have to try to hold this high ground. Ravage is up. Wisem with that Manta and the Lincolns is going to be really hard to take him down. They do end up popping the Lincolns, but what else can they do after that? This high ground is just, it's almost just forfeit. They have to wait for In July to be back up with Faith for some extra lockdown. They forced the Glyph out, that's really good. James, he's got Blink and Ravage ready. There's no BKB on Siler, there's no BKB on anybody left right now. Yao doesn't even have a finished Battle Fury. And it looks like this tier 3 is just gonna fall. And maybe Rax to follow suit. Yeah, they can't deal with Wisem right now. Just morph a little bit of strength, just keep on going through. Even with the AC reducing his armor a bit, he just tanks everything down. They do end up slowing him a bit. He's stuck in the chains. They do get the split. The Ravage actually only ends up hitting 3. So now Wisem, he's put back with that glimpse into the static field and the kinetic storm. They get a taunt in. He's doing what he can. Marks, he's running away with the BKB active. He does get chained up. They do end up taking him down. This is LGD's fight to win if they can. They do end up getting the multicast on the Faith, and they do take him down. Wisem, wicked sick at this point, looking for the kill in the In July. Can they get it? They do force a buyback out of Faith. He's going to TP on into this fight. Siler with no morph. They use Glimpse. They bring him back, but he blinks instantaneously back out. So it's only a 1 for none, but they did break the base, and they're looking for James here. So it'll be the 2 for none with the Frostbite, and Sleight of Fist to pick it up for Ember Spirit. So finally, fight recap. Where are you? There you are. Bam. A big exchange, but a buyback forced out. So he's down 145 gold, sadly. But that XP swing and 1,300 gold. So take a quick look at the graph. Bam.
Radiant's bottom tower
Let's see,
is
10,000 gold in the favor of
Dire's
IMG.
top tower is under
Demonstrated very well. They didn't even spike back up from LGD even after that fight. XP. Oh wait, is that XP? No, this is XP. XP did dip up a little bit, but that's not too much of a worry right now.
Many thanks to you.
Siler, he's got to get the hell out of there. He's got his bottle. He's gonna pick up an illusion, and they use a smoke. So 4 members smoked up, trying to pick off somebody. Looking for YSIM right now. There was a ping out. I believe they saw him. Did they? Ooh. Smoke's gonna pop. They do see MMY. They do get the Searing Shade and the kinetic fields. Oh no, he is just dead. Does he have buyback? Yes, he does. So a nice use of the smoke there to pick up one efficient kill, especially on the carry. So Faith, he's still sitting on about 2,000 gold, man. What are you gonna buy? Blink Dagger? I'm feeling that it's gonna be the Blink Dagger. If he can get a little bit more. Or maybe a TP. Yep, there you go. So he's been doing what he can. MMY has his own Blink Dagger too, so he can just blink Glimpse. Roshan still has about 2 minutes. About a minute 45 to come back on out. But with this tier 2 at half health, looks like they'll pop the Howl, just go straight on to work, and bam, just melts down. Don't even need to pop the Necros.
tower has fallen.
Ravage is going to be back up in 6 seconds. We do have James with the TP. And trying to threaten this high ground here. LGD, just leave the wolves. They're not going to go too far up. TP wasn't forced back out just yet from James. So they'll farm the jungle and be content with getting a tier 2. But look at the net worth right now. Currently, you know, top, obviously Siler. He's been farming up a storm in the jungle, getting the Ancients and getting some tower gold. But the Brewmaster, man, in July has so much work to come back into this game. So does Yao. Just finishing up his Battle Fury a couple minutes ago. Needs a long way to go for that Crystallis. And even longer for the Daedalus. So just going to see the pressure keep on mounting on in. Still have that rough 9,000 gold lead for the side of IMG. And they have a gem? Was that a gem? Yeah, they do have a gem. Okay, so James has the gem right now. Oh, that's 11 on the Tide. Excuse me, I've been mixing up the names back and forth, man. I've been thrown off by the Chinese names. That's 11 on the Tide Hunter. I am so sorry for mixing up that name, but he has been doing a tremendous amount of work. YSIM still farming on up, looking to get a butterfly next. And MY, he's being careful. He's trying not to get caught out here. No blink TP. No. Oh, they're so close. Nearly hugging each other. YSIM, are you gonna go hunting? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just random wait for him. Go right there. Pulse Manta. Pulse Manta backs out. And the next team fight, man, it's gonna be pretty tough. The global silence with the Ravage on top of it is so tough to deal with. You have no response if you can't get a kinetic storm out there, or a static storm, excuse me, out there fast enough. And the silence is about up to 6 seconds. He's got nowhere near enough gold for his Ags just yet. And even further away from a refresher. So usually you'll see the silencers after they have an item or two go straight for an Ags refresher and just become unstoppable killing machines. That gem? No? You didn't sip up the ward? James? Hello? There's the ping. Alright. So with this plate mail, I'm assuming it's going to be a Shiva's. If he gets an AC, then he's the manliest axe you'll ever see. Next to like Pycat, who's another good axe player. I think we found a contender for best axe world. Roshan has respawned. There is no vision for the side of LGD right now, anywhere near this. So this should be a free Roshan. It's not the third Roshan, so no cheese available just yet. But they'll just toss it over to YSIM. Oh wait, what will he drop then? Oh, he'll drop his ring then. His ring of Aquila. And the Wolves will scout this one out, so they gotta be very careful. Let the gem just get them killed. And that's easy second Roshan for them. Aegis goes over 2. Yep, there's the ring and Aquila down, and Ysum gets it, so they TP back up, and they don't lose anything for this. So, IMG in a very, very controlling position right now. Force Staff was picked up finally by Faith. Finally spent that gold. And in July, he's got his BKB up, but can't stop the silence, man. So tough to deal with. Can't stop taunt either. BKB will not be negated by the taunt. Excuse me. So Yao has a Crystallis, so he's got a little bit of wave clear for himself. Running into Ysum. He doesn't want any of that. No piece of a Morphling does he want. MMY is there to back him up too, as well as Faith, just in case they chase down, but they're not smoked up. MKB was just finished by Sylar too. So dealing with the evasion that's being built up here by Ysum. Also guys, if the game volume is too low or my voice is too loud, just let me know in chat and I will adjust it for next game. But it looks like they're going to be going for these racks finally. Having taken down this tier 3 quite a few minutes ago, they're going to look to finally clean it up. These range racks didn't heal either. So they're going to do what they can. Bloodlust 2 on an axe. That's really tough to deal with. There's a haste bot lane. No DDs. No game-winning runes just yet. And they're looking for the perfect engage. They want to fight on their own terms. Going up high ground, though, against the Brewmaster is very tough. So this is 11, and then Yihao is the silencer here. They do pop the Lincolns, though, from Ysum, and he's just going to focus down these range racks. They force the Glyph out, and it doesn't look like LGD are going to look to fight just yet. Glyph will be down, though, in a couple seconds, and they just keep using the Sleight of Fist, but no crits on the Ysumans. Alright, he's going to go to town on these melee barracks next. He's taking up some creeps and taking a little bit of damage. He's got to be careful. There pings out onto James. Keep using that Drunken Haze. Stop Ysum. They could just go for the tier 2 up top, but they just want to keep the pressure on up here. In July, with the only way to initiate besides MMY's Blink. He's going to look to go in. They do get the clap onto Ysum. He does form on out, and they do get the taunt onto In July. They try to use the culling. Oh, whoa. What a mistimed culling blade there, but it's okay. He's got Aghanims. It's a 5-second cooldown. So they end up picking out In July. Does he have buyback? No, he does not. He needs about 100 more gold, so this should be a free melee rock for them. Ysum comes on up, and will they even drop the fields? No? No Static Storm, nothing? So Ysum's going to get crit. Ooh. They use Glimpse there? No, they use the Thunderbolt. Either way, they can't stop it, and the racks go down, and now, let's rotate down towards bot, push out the lane, and rinse and repeat. They still have the Aegis available to Ysum. And IMG, man, a stellar performance. What was looking to be a shaky early game slowly turned in, or actually very fast, became an axe show. Marsk had a great time just going in with the blink and the taunt. And then even 11, man, his Ravages were on point. No Ravage was less than 2 members this entire game. He's got to be careful. Ooh, actually waves form away, but he's stuck in the kinetic field. He pops the BKB. That might have been a little too early as he was outside of the static field. The Brew Splits pop. They're chasing this one on down. They glimpse back James, and this is one dead Ogre. So they find something. Sylar's on a killing spree. They do end up using the Tornado to bring up Marsk. He'll taunt, try to keep the Brewling's attention, but Sylar with that MKB is going to try to break on through this axe. There's the Ravage coming on in. It's going to be only one member as they do try to take down Sylar. It's the second Ravage to come in with a refresher, but it only hits Faith. They cannot take him down right now. Manta style ripping around on Yao, just doing so much damage. In July is forced to just blink away right now. They try to get Faith down, but they can't do it. And even In July, he's going to end up popping from that. He's disarmed and forced to go back, and Ysum still has this Aegis. It's a 1-for-1, but they lose Sylar. That's huge. 600 gold exchange, and they use the Aegis to bring Ysum back to health. It only had a couple more seconds left on it anyway, so why not? And now he's gonna look to focus down these melees, but without his Lincolns up, oh, Marsk, blink taunt, misses. They force staff him back in towards that kinetic field. He uses the BKB after being frostbitten, so he gets on out. And let's see, no double Ravage. Refresher still on cooldown. Ravage on cooldown for another 90. So Isom just keeps on leading the charge, man. Manta styles up, and geez, this melee barracks is just falling so quickly. Looks like it will go down, no problem. He uses the BKB to get out of the frostbite. They get the taunt, they get the culling. Oh man, Ember Spirit, Yao just goes down, completely melted, and the range racks will follow suit. Shiva's garbage just picked up too, and can they find more? IMG? Yeah. 32, holy crap. 32 extra stolen intelligence here for this silencer. He's been at the right place, right time. And you can't even rely on Starladder to split push here. Even with Necro 3 and an AC, he's just not able to leave the base. He has to fight with his team, and oh man. Honestly, this game was played phenomenally. The picks were great as well. The team fighting by Immortal Magneto Gaming. I love their team name too. Magneto, great X-Man, or former X-Man, as he became an evil villain. But their composition was perfect. This axe pickup was great. Nullifies Brewmaster Split, nullifies Siler when he's transformed, and pretty much just stops everything. You can't BKB it. That's the big thing. He also picks up a 4-staff too. This is going to be like I believe it was BBC or Balkan Bears that had, was it Weehaha, I believe, playing the axe, and he would taunt and 4-staff them forward into his team. They might have actually caught out Yeehaw here, unfortunately, so he's gonna fall. But buyback is currently, yes, it is available. Marsk, he's gotta blink away, get the hell out of there. And this tier 2 looks like it's gonna go down. Ravage is available. They glimpse back Marsk. He's gonna BKB through it though. He cannot find anything to taunt. Will he calling these creeps? No. But there's the Ravage to come on in with the blink. 3 members knocked up. They force Siler to run away. He doesn't have BKB, and they just blow up poor Faith on that CM. Did so much work in the early game. They're gonna use the replicate on top of Siler, and oh my god, Siler to fall! IMG are doing it! Taunt comes in and calling chop! They just take him down. In July comes in with the Kinetic Field and Static Storm, but they don't have anybody trapped inside of it, and they just mowed out MMY, looking to take out these Broodlings, and GG is called. LGD go down to Immortal Magneto Gaming in one hell of a game. 42 minutes. Man, well played, IMG. Oh, man. IMG suffered one loss to IG, and that was it. They beat Speed, they beat Lie Gaming, and now they beat LGD. So their track record, man, they are tearing a storm through the Chinese Starladder portion of Starladder. So having a good time with that. But we're gonna go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna have the next game up for you guys, as it is going to be IG taking on Speed. So we'll be back for that match, and see you soon. I am also EGAD. I'm the caster filling in tonight. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, give me some criticism, why not? It's at EGADcast. So we'll see you for the next game. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the music.